Hello, we're gonna watch me as Zoro playing against all the Luffys in the meta right now.
Quick note, the video ended up being a bit too long, so if you're looking for a specific matchup or just want the deck list, there are timestamps in the description. Enjoy.
So first off, we have the Snake Man. This is around 1.5 to 2 billion bounties. So I get to choose, just go first obviously. I think it's highly beneficial that we take away the first from the other Luffy. Here, I think it's one of the best cards in this matchup is Sanji, because usually they won't swing against you, so being able to take your own life, great. It does attack us anyway, so that's good. And now on the next turn, we get to do a very cool thing, which is to swing twice with 8 using the Sanji ability. And because he also very greedily took the first swing, the first 6 swing, that just means he's gonna either lose a lot of cards or lose a lot of life. That's the first, and this should be the second. Now, if I remember correctly, I think he uses Giant here, which is crazy to me, because this simply just sets you back even more. So it really gives me a lot of time to keep pressuring the board. I'm gonna obviously swing at Sanji first. I think I defend here, but looking back, maybe it's not the best decision. He's gonna swing with a leader anyway, so I'm never defending this. So I might as well just let it go and hopefully get another card from life. So that would maybe give him a window to just try to race me. So he gets to ramp once, that's fine. But the best thing to do in this matchup is, I think, just spreading your attacks as best as you can. Against decks with Gum Gum Giant, there's really no point in trying to do these big swings, even when you have the what's it called? The event that lets you ignore blockers. Even if you just slam a 15 at face, most of the time they can get out of it. So just doing more attacks and going wide, even if it's just 666, best, and really taxes their hands. So now they have to give away ramp cards, other cards. This matchup, according to the matchmaking stats, is supposed to be not great for me. I mean, it's not bad, it's like 46% win rate. I actually haven't been having too much difficulty here. I mean, obviously in this one, he's maybe having a little bit of either unlucky on the cards he has or some poor decisions with the Gum Gum Giant that early. But usually the deck I found the most trouble with is green purple, even though that one has like a 56% chance for Zoro. So here I'm just keep going with the same strat. I have the chopper that spawns another animal, so we're gonna use that, get more bodies, keep swinging 6s. This is a great search by Nami. I think I'm debating whether I take like any of those, like any card is good there, honestly. I think I end up taking the chopper. I was debating on Zoro because it's another attack. I would get to play chopper into the King Bear and Zoro to swing. But I think I take chopper because the Dawn he gives me allows me to go, I think it's 8-8 or 7-7, which we already know from previously that it's not defending well the 8s. So he still doesn't have 2Ks. It might go to 0 or have to use another giant. And the more giants he uses, just the furthest back he goes. Now here I might get punished, but he uses the other event, the Gear 2, that also defends, but doesn't set him back in dons. With that in mind, I can see a world where getting the Zoro for another swing, another lower swing is best. But he does end up using the Giant, which we know from previously that he didn't have a good way to defend it. He had to go to Giant, so chances are he still doesn't have a great hand. So he had to use 2 Giants and didn't get to use his later ability yet. Swing there. I think I defend this always, right? I use both cards. I mean, I do get with only a single card in hand, but Nami doesn't attack. Another possible 6 swing I have next turn. That's basically what we want. If it's the last attack and I can defend it, I probably will. Here I'm just making the math. If having that additional shopper grants me an additional attack, I actually let it go. Oh, I actually let it go. Okay. I get the Zoro. Anyway. So here is just more of the same. I use Mulligan for that. Mulligan in this matchup is actually very good sometimes when the Snake Man is just barely getting to his leader ability, and he gets to put either a Big Mom or a Katakuri. And if you have the Bulker Chopper and Mulligan, you get to just get that away out of the field, basically grant you another turn of aggression. Uses another third giant, gonna delay his ability, and again. But damn it, we knew that his hand wasn't the best in counter, so forcing him into using giants is great. Because, I mean, here, what can he do? The best scenario is looking at his hand. That's probably what he had from the start, and there was really no way of getting like recycle. I mean, he did recycle with the giant, but there's no he can't use his ability to actually pinpoint what card he wants. I'm gonna skip the first game because I played twice against the same. I played twice against the same purple black, but the first game, I think he doesn't see the beer Luffy, so he just ends up losing. Yeah, and then I match against him the second time, and this one should be more interesting. He does find the Luffy. So here I'm debating where I should keep or not. Going first this time, he chose to go second. I don't have a 1-drop, which I usually like to have. I have a few, but I do have the shopper. I mean the shopper. All of them are shopper, right? But the one that spawns from the top deck, and having the one that gives you a dawn, there's like a chance for a big play. When you play this one, then you get the other shopper that spawns a 3 cost or less, which we don't find. But if we did find, we would put like 3 shoppers on the field on turn 3, which is insane. The strategy against this is more of the same. We do the more swings possible. When it gets to 7, that's when there's some issues, being a 7k leader, don't have enough dawns to swing 7 with everything. Finds his ramp and he puts another Zoro Juro. I actually haven't seen anybody play with Zoro Juro on this deck. So here I imagine we play the Zoro, right? Or we play the blocker. 666. Okay, and we find the dead chopper. Would be insane if we had found it earlier, but getting it now it's equally as good. We have full board on like third and 3. So 6, 6, 7. One and should take this one as well then. Guess that tells us it doesn't have a 2k, otherwise it would have countered out of that 6. It's giant, which is fine. Here he's gonna have the GP Luffy. Thinking first with Zoro Juro, and these do I count? I think I don't counter out of this, or do I? I think I do, because we have a full board and probably if we can counter out of one, and then the other 2 are gonna kill something. And so I think we do, because the other shopper, the shopper that spawns from the top deck, always gonna die. Is always gonna put there the attacks, and if that one dies, then having more animals on the field is always beneficial. But yeah, that one is always going to die. Oh, he doesn't play the Beowulf yet. Maybe it's next. I wanted to make sure I lost that shopper. Takes away another one. Oh, okay. Probably wasn't expecting the Sanji here. He ends up clearing a lot of the board. Here I'm for sure gonna play Zoro and swing. I imagine I go on the characters, on Zoro, Juro, and Robin, because these lower characters that you usually ignore, especially if ramp is irrelevant. I mean, Zoro Juro is always a good target to kill, but Robin is probably irrelevant. But because we have smaller characters that can actually swing into them, killing them is actually a good idea. And if he's giving counter, even better. We know he has a giant. Oh, and he uses it now. So now we can kill both for sure, right? That's 6, 6, 7, 7. That's double 7s into the 4s. Oh, okay, we actually go face. That makes sense. Because he used so much counter into the 4k characters. That means we can go face and pretty much try to race him. And we're at 5 alive, so nothing really gonna happen to us. I'm debating going on them, but I think it's always face. Always face. Now he has to clear the board, otherwise he's gonna lose next turn. He's gonna clear the board, but we have Diablo Jungle since the start. So even if he does play Walker, it's irrelevant. So sometimes if they do have at least 2 giants, they get out of it, but there's so many lower short cards. He doesn't have cards in hand. Gonna swing. He's at 7k now. We don't have anything to play, so next turn I imagine we just swing 15 at face. Hopefully it takes, and then the following turn we use Diablo Jumbo. There's no reason to play Makino or Sanji. And Right now he has 4 characters, so all of the swings would have to pass. Not realistic. I mean, we still have a Dawn to play the events. If we get the blocker out of it, even better. Even if he plays a rusher, you're gonna use, which he does, you're gonna use most of the Dawn to make Zoro, Juro, and Robin being a relevant attack. But we have 2Ks in hand, two 2Ks in hand, so we're never dying here, and we're dying next turn. So this is a game where I kinda played around the Diablo Jumbo, but I've said this before. It was, I think I have like around 50 games at the moment on the sim with Zero, and I never won a game because of Jumbo yet. I've played around it a few times or played for it, but I guess the opponents always assume that you have it. So it was never like game winning whether I had it on hand or not. That I don't know why I gave the shopper. It didn't really matter. Or did. Yeah, I took it, so I had to make it. And just go. Thing it doesn't have active down, so you cannot get out of it. And we win the matchup. And then I still have a gameplay. I have this one. It's a bit earlier on the ladder, but it's the same bounties as the day before. It was against Purple Luffy, which seems to be a 50-50 matchup. But the strat is always the same. Wanna go wide, do as much attacks as possible, and hopefully tax their hand so much that they cannot defend at the end. Here I choose to go first, because that's the preferred curve for the Purple Luffy. I think I mulligan this. There's no, I don't. Oh, because I have the shopper that spawns from hand, right? That's always a good one. We do get an even better start. I think this is the best return I can do. Is this shopper into any other shopper? This allows me to play 2 bodies and they're both standing. The other shopper is great, but it will give you a rested character, which is a target for them to swing at. It doesn't give you life, cards from life. So having this one is fantastic. So here we just go 5-5, 6-6. Alright. Okay, that worked out well. I thought I was going to play the Zoro to get more swings in, but I end up playing the shopper and being rewarded for it because I get the shopper. That gives me a rested dawn. So I had the exact same swings. That was great. And I get the blocker. Perfect. That ties. If you would have swinged at the other, I would have definitely defended it. So waste Katakuri. Luckily we have the copper blocker. We're gonna be able to make it so that it's a 5k blocker. Now I'm debating if I want to kill it. Here I play buggy because I'm being a little bit greedy and looking for Mulligan. If I had Mulligan, I would kill Katakuri, but I think it's still a misplay to play it first. Because if I did get it, then I would swing with Chopper first. I mean, after having the Mulligan, he gives him the info, so maybe he gets to just give Katakuri away. There I swung with 5 into Bonkley, hoping that he would rest the category so that I could swing at it, but he doesn't, so I'm just gonna be able to do a lot of swings. Category is gonna stay on field. Our shopper blocker probably doesn't survive until next turn, so he is going to have a 8k blocker. Yeah, I'm enjoying this deck a lot. There's a lot of pressure. and going to 0 here. We have a full board, we're full life, we're not bad with cards in hand. Should I definitely use this? Yeah. You already swung once, and I still have 5 characters on the block on the field. It's insane board. Did I imagine we defend that always? Of course. I mean, he dies anyway, but if I didn't defend it, he would have swung at another one, so I would have one less character. So if we can get out of these attacks with 1 card, or sometimes even 2, if it means we having an extra attack next turn, we always do that. So here, same thing. Katakuri is now a 5k blocker. Gives it 2k and Sangoro. I think Sangoro is never getting in on this game. It's too slow. And here I'm probably doing a math on how much can I swing with Zoro. I'm gonna go 555, 666, whatever it is. We don't want to do big swings. We're gonna get out of them easily with Gum Gum Giant, and we want to force him into using it. So like a 5 or 6k swing, very inefficient. So that's what we want. Keeps giving us cards. Oh, and Katakuri dies there. Okay. So this game should also be done. And defend that, so we're gonna lose. You know that as well. And unfortunately for him, he doesn't have like a big mom or something like that that can win him an extra turn. And okay, I was gonna do there. I was gonna do several swings again. Again, he has a dawn up, so doing a big swing means he can probably get out of it with Gum Gum Giant. And then if he does, and then plays like Big Mom next turn and clears the board, there's a chance I lose. If I just keep going smaller swings, it's better. Plus, we're healthy. We don't have to end the game now, so there's no reason to being greedy. Okay, and I think on this video, so a bunch of Blackbeards, and I have another Luffy. This one is not relevant, or not that relevant at the moment. I think this is the first one I found on the ladder, but I think on this one I'm supposed to be extremely favorable, if I remember correctly. Mulligan that, and another great hand. I wanted to get a green purple in here, but I would find a lot of green purples at the start of the ladder. But as I keep going up, they kind of disappeared. So he's gonna give us cards. We always wanted. We don't have the double trouble with the choppers, the 2 standing choppers that would have been very good. We get the next best thing, which is the chopper that spawns from the top deck, the rested one. Now the mulligans. I'm only running 2. That's always gonna die. That's why playing that chopper again dies the mulligan as well. He's definitely handling the pressure really well. Here I'm debating if playing this Luffy or playing Zoro's is better. I might have been a little bit greedy there, but he lets it go anyway. Giving 3 cards for Zoro was probably never worth it. He plays another Zoro. Gets the 9 Luffy. And we now have the shopper that spawns another one from hand. We get to go a bit wide next turn. Because I'm always defending this. I'm debating if I want to give a 2k or if I want to give the 1k I have. I don't want to give the 1k shopper. That's gonna allow us to play 2. But I don't really want to give the blocker as well because the blocker is very good. I think I end up just giving one of the Sanjis, over countering a little bit. Yeah. Here I'm playing first, so that when Wolf attacks, he gets to give a rested Dawn to the leader. Otherwise, he wouldn't. Checking what cards he drew. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Thinking about swinging with Tanami or using the Zoro. Rush Zoro is the play. It's gonna be 6, 7, 7, and 7, so it's 3 7s. To play Zoro from hand. Which I imagine is what I do. Yeah. Now, unfortunately for us, he's a 6k leader. Maybe these are not the best numbers. Maybe just going 6, 6, 8 or something like that is best. I've already committed, so I'm going with it. Uses Giant for the last one, so that tells us he didn't have a single 2k. Or, I mean, use single 2k after using those two. He does get to cycle two cards. They might have it again. Here, do I defend it? I'm wondering if I can keep the Luffy alive, but I have 2k, 2k, 1k. He probably wants to play the how many dons is he at? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's gonna for sure play the rush Luffy. Oh, I do let it go. Do I defend him? He's gonna swing 6 again, and then he's gonna swing the 9 cost. And he's going to die anyway, and I lost my entire hand when he goes face, okay? Yeah, I'm already defending my life, so I guess I'm worried that I will probably die next turn. And when we get to this point with Zoro, where we're afraid of dying and we start giving counters to the life instead of boards, that's not a great sign. Do another Zoro. I guess there I should always take the life. Try to save that. Would I be able to save it? That's 10, k, 2k, 1k. Yes, I would have been able to save it. Goes to 8, it goes to 10, and then the 1k twice. Maybe this was a turn where I misplayed a little bit. Now he has a Dawn even if you play all the Zoros. Probably not dying. I wonder if there's an argument for going for the Zoro Juros here. 6k anyway, so he gives us cards, it's the same. I think I'd probably go for the Zoros, right? Oh no, I go face. I think I'd want to try to do as much pressure as possible, then survive next turn, and then win the following one. We defended that first one, so now we go for board. Imagine you lose that list one. Again, I'm playing a shopper because I'm a bit scared of dying. But maybe I should just go aggressive and try to clear the board as best as I can. Is radical beam for that. So Zoro is gonna kill one of the Zorojuros for sure. We do end up having an extra ton. Now we have 0 counters, so he's gonna clear nearly our entire board. We're kind of losing steam a little bit. Gets another Gum Giant, so we can never go for game next turn. Help this a little bit. Checking my counter points. Gonna kill everything. Probably still take 1 or 2 lives, and then I can never win. It's under 2k, so yeah. He has this one in the back. Doesn't even kill my other shopper. So confident that he doesn't die that and gets to force me into losing next turn. Yeah, at this point, what can I do? And I think I tried to go for game anyway, we never know. But we know that he has a giant, so my only hope of winning here, my only out, is completely bricked, except for the Gum Giant. So I need to try and do as much swings as I can, even if it's 6, because we need to have 3 attacks going through, and one of them is going to be defended by giants, so we need at least 4 attacks. 3 to take life, and 1 for giants, so we need at least 4. And I think that's the only out we have. I think I'm doing math here to see if I can try to clear the board, but there's no point. I just have to try and go for game. But okay. That's the 2k. Wanted to do that to maybe try to bait the 1k, but I don't think it would have fallen for that ever. So now it's same thing. It's still, so he has giant in hand, giant in something else. So if we go 6, he wants to defend. He's gonna have to give giant. I think yeah, he takes this one. So now we need to use both Zoros. One of the swings for giants. The other one ends up taking that one because he knows he doesn't die. Here I do twice 2 attacks because he would have gotten out if I put all the dons there. That's 9. So a giant gets out of it easily. So my only hope is that. And I mean, I think these 2 cards were from giant, right? So my only hope was to swing 6. We knew he had the giant, so he had to use it, and then hope that he draws 2 bricks, which bricks coming here, and win with another 6. I think on this turn it was our only out. That's what I had to go through. Yeah. So quickly show the list. So this is the list I'm playing as. I got it from one of the meta reports from the TGC matchmaking. They are amazing that they give us all the stats and all the deck lists. So when I decided I wanted to play Zoro, I got one from there, and I haven't changed it since. It has been working pretty well. I've wanted to maybe get out Diablo Jumble because, like I said, it was never relevant yet, and maybe up the Mulguns. The Mulgun was extremely good against GP, but I haven't found the GPs yet or lately, so I haven't gotten the urge to come and up it on the count. If I go on stats, yeah, so this, according to the ratings, the win rates, this is supposed to be my favorable matchup, and I think it's out of all the Luffys, it's the one I'm struggling with the most. While the Snake Man, I think it has been gone pretty well. I just do this 6-6-6-6 swing, and their hand eventually dies out. So I mean, Bet is a good matchup, and on here is just a bunch of random stuff. These are obviously the most common, with these two being the most common. And yeah, that's the list, and thank you for watching.